chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Lock your attention on my voice right now. That heavy feeling you have been carrying in your chest today is not an accident. You did not find this message by chance. Heaven intercepted your feed because of what you did just a few hours ago. I need you to listen very carefully. You thought no one saw it. You thought your quiet sacrifice went completely unnoticed by the world, but the Creator of the universe paused today to witness your exact response. God is beyond delighted with you right now, and the enemy is absolutely terrified. That deep exhaustion in your bones is real. It is the kind of tired that sleep cannot fix. You wake up feeling drained before the day even begins, and the world might label this as just another bad day or a sign of weakness. Stop believing that lie. What you are experiencing is intense spiritual discernment. Your spirit has been working overtime in the unseen realm. You are a spiritual intercessor, and you absorb the pain of others around you without even trying. And recently you chose to walk away in silence when you had every right to choose war. You extended grace to someone who only offered you betrayal. They thought your silence meant you were broken, and they completely mistook your profound peace for defeat. But that quiet moment of restraint was the most powerful spiritual weapon you could have ever deployed. Heaven recorded that exact moment, and you touched heaven today because you acted entirely out of pure love. This is why the atmosphere around you feels so incredibly heavy right now. The enemy is throwing distractions at you to make you forget who you are. He wants you to feel isolated, and he desperately wants you to believe that your kindness is a curse. But your gentle spirit is your greatest divine advantage. You are the watchman on the wall, standing in the gap for people who do not even know they are under attack. And because of your obedience, a massive shift is happening in your timeline today. The spiritual heaviness you feel is simply your physical body adjusting to a completely new level of spiritual authority. Take a deep breath and really hear this. You have been wondering why you feel so incredibly lonely, even in a crowded room. You feel like an outsider looking in. That isolation is not a punishment, but rather, it is a strict divine insulation. God is clearing your space to protect your highly sensitive frequency. You have been waking up automatically between 3 and 4 in the morning. Your heart beats fast in the dark, and you honestly thought you were just losing your peace. But those early hours are a divine appointment. The spiritual realm is the quietest at that time, and heaven is trying to hand you a message. Do not let your mind wander right now, because if you feel a sudden warmth in your chest as you hear these words, that is your confirmation. Your spirit recognizes the truth before your logical mind can process it. If you feel this profound confirmation in your spirit, type Amen in the comments below. Let us go deeper into what happened today. You have a habit of being the emotional sponge for everyone else. People come to you when they are broken, and you pour your entire energy into fixing their complicated lives. And then they walk away, leaving you completely empty. You have asked God why you are always giving. You felt used, and you felt like your pure intentions were constantly being thrown to the ground. But heaven is reframing your reality right now. You were not being used. You were being tested for a higher assignment. God needed to see if you would keep your soft heart in a world that demands hardness. And today, you proved your calling. You faced a situation that should have made you bitter, a situation that was perfectly designed by the enemy to destroy your brilliant light. But you refused to take the bait, and you calmly held your peace. You touched heaven today by demonstrating the nature of the Creator. You are a generational cycle breaker. The pain you are feeling right now is the resistance of old curses breaking off your family line. You are fighting battles that your ancestors left unfinished, which is exactly why the weight feels entirely too heavy for one person to carry. You are not carrying it alone. Heaven has dispatched an army of angels to surround you right now. The extreme exhaustion is a physical sign that the spiritual warfare around you has reached its absolute peak. The battle is already won in the unseen realm. You just need to hold your ground a little longer, because the divine dawn is rapidly approaching. Stay with me here, because what I am about to reveal next will explain the exact reason why certain people had to leave your life suddenly. You thought their sudden departure was your fault, but heaven actually orchestrated their exit to protect the miracle that is coming. Your true identity is about to be revealed. Let me reframe your reality right now. Their exit felt like a brutal betrayal, and you spent nights wondering what you did wrong. But you were reading the signs completely backward. Heaven saw what was happening behind closed doors. God removed those people because they were secretly draining your divine light. They were counterfeit connections sent by the enemy. They were deliberately placed in your life to keep you distracted from your true calling. Your spirit is so incredibly generous that you would have carried their burdens until you collapsed, so heaven intervened to save you. The isolation you feel right now is actually a sacred perimeter. You are being hidden in the shadow of the Almighty. Do not let your mind wander right now. I need you to understand that this separation is your preparation. When you touched heaven today through your silent obedience, you proved that you can thrive without earthly validation. The world told you that being alone was a weakness, but heaven calls it a strategic advantage. You are not lonely. You are standing guard over something deeply sacred. But there is another layer to this profound season. The intense warfare you just survived has left a physical mark on you. You feel it in your mind every single day. Your thoughts feel incredibly sluggish, and that sharp intuition you used to rely on feels distant. You keep forgetting things mid-sentence. You assumed you were just getting older or losing your disciplined edge. Now I want to pause and hold something directly in front of you before we continue. Recently, a specific discovery was made in research laboratories that most spiritually sensitive people have never been told about. It comes from a clinical setting, but it perfectly explains what you are feeling. It explains why your mind feels so incredibly heavy and disconnected right now. A dedicated team of neuroscientists uncovered something vital about how the human brain is actually designed to operate. They found something that validates what seers and intercessors have always felt intuitively, but could never find the words to describe. I will share the exact details of what they found later in this message, but right now, I need you to hold on to one vital question. What if the heavy fog in your mind is not a character flaw at all? What if that mental exhaustion is not a lack of faith, but rather a sign that your original cognitive power was systematically suppressed? What if something crucial was taken from you at the neural level? Keep that specific question anchored in your spirit as we move forward. The answer will change everything. Let us return to the spiritual battlefield. The enemy knows how incredibly powerful you are when you are operating at full capacity. That is exactly why he targeted your energy and your focus. He could not destroy your soul, so he tried to scramble your frequency. He sent toxic situations to keep your nervous system in a constant state of survival. He wanted you completely exhausted. But he miscalculated your resilience. Every time he tried to bury you under the weight of betrayal, you simply planted your roots deeper into the truth. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, and your ability to choose peace while surrounded by chaos is terrifying to the darkness. Your quiet strength is exactly what shifts the atmosphere the moment you walk into a room. Take a deep breath and anchor your spirit to this truth. You are not a regular human living a difficult life. You are a celestial warrior currently operating in hostile territory. The struggles you faced were never meant to punish you. They were designed to forge an unbreakable spiritual stamina inside of you. You are carrying a kingdom assignment that requires immense preparation. The pain you endured was simply the fire burning away your survival identity. God is stripping away the false version of you that tried to please everyone else. You are finally stepping into your true identity as a breakthrough prophet for your family line. The generational curses stop with you. The cycles of poverty and emotional abuse are being permanently broken by your obedience. This brings us to a profound truth that most people miss entirely. You carry a spiritual DNA that is entirely different from the people around you. You are a seed of light planted in a lineage of darkness. You were deliberately sent to disrupt the dysfunction they accepted as normal. The silence you have been sitting in is not empty. It is a highly active frequency. Listen carefully, because this part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. The heavenly courts are actively reviewing your case. Your quiet actions today have tipped the scales in your favor. We are about to look at the undeniable proof of your ancient calling. The greatest leaders in history walked this exact same path of isolation and exhaustion before their massive breakthrough. Heaven wants you to see exactly whose footsteps you are following right now. Your ultimate validation is coming. I need you to hear what the Spirit actually says about this difficult moment. The world told you that your isolation was a terrible weakness, but heaven calls it the ultimate preparation. Every single person who ever carried a massive kingdom assignment had to walk through this exact same wilderness. You are holding the ancient blueprint. Think about David before he became a mighty king. He was anointed with holy oil to rule the nation, and then he was immediately sent right back to the isolated pastures. He had to sit in the quiet wilderness while someone else occupied his rightful throne. God hid him from the public eye to protect his pure heart from corruption. And when David finally had the perfect chance to destroy his enemy in the dark cave, he chose absolute restraint. He walked away in silence when he had every right to choose revenge. That is exactly what you did today. You touched heaven today because your quiet mercy mirrored the very heart of the Creator. Your restraint was a weapon. Take a deep breath and let this truth settle into your bones. Look at the life of Joseph. He was violently betrayed by his own brothers and sold into total darkness. The people who were supposed to protect him were the ones who threw him into a pit. You know exactly what that kind of deep betrayal feels like in your own life. Joseph did not fight back, and he did not spend his precious energy trying to prove his innocence to people committed to misunderstanding him. He surrendered his timeline to the Almighty, and because he held his peace, heaven eventually elevated him to a position of unmatched authority. Your current silence is building that same authority. Now consider Elijah and the profound exhaustion he faced. He called down fire from heaven and won a massive spiritual battle against the darkness. But immediately after that monumental victory, he collapsed under a broom tree and begged to die. He was not clinically depressed, but his physical body was completely drained by the warfare. God did not rebuke Elijah for his extreme exhaustion. Heaven did not tell him to try harder or push through the pain. God sent an angel to feed him and let him sleep. Your profound exhaustion today is the exact same phenomenon. Your spirit has been commanding fire in the unseen realm, and your physical body is simply trying to recover. This is not a random season of bad luck. You are walking the sacred path of the chosen ones who came before you. Every divine connection and every major elevation always faces intense opposition. The enemy knows the ancient patterns, and he is terrified because he sees the mantle of leadership resting heavily upon your tired shoulders. But there is a specific and almost predictable pattern that always plays out here. There is a deeply spiritual reason why your tolerance for distraction has completely vanished over the last few days. You have been feeling a sudden and unexplained drain on your energy recently. I am going to show you exactly why that is happening in just a moment. There is a hidden entity operating in the shadows of your life right now. You thought your sudden fatigue was just a normal reaction to stress. It is not. Coming up soon, I will reveal the exact spiritual enemy that is standing behind this recent exhaustion and I will give you the strategy to defeat it. You must understand the danger first. Do not let your mind wander away from this revelation. The darkness fears what you carry, and it is actively trying to silence your prophetic voice. You are a vessel for immense glory, and the atmosphere around you is shifting because of your sheer obedience. Heaven is actively realigning your path while you rest in this quiet insulation. You have survived the brutal wilderness when you were completely broken. You extended grace when they only deserved your righteous anger, and heaven recorded every single tear you shed in secret. This is a sacred covenant between you and the Creator, and no earthly force can ever break it. Your spiritual DNA is currently being activated. Listen carefully to my voice. The enemy uses a very specific tactic against people with your exact calling. He cannot touch your soul, so he targets your immediate environment. He sends chaos to make you doubt the anointing on your life. He wants you to look at your current isolation and believe that heaven has permanently abandoned you. But the complete opposite is true. The silence you are experiencing is the undeniable proof of your divine selection. God is guarding your inner architecture from the toxic frequencies of the world. He is keeping you in the quiet room so you can finally hear His instructions. You are not missing out on anything important. Stay with me right here, because the hidden truth about your exhaustion is about to be completely exposed. The enemy does not want you to hear this next sentence. The spiritual battle is escalating, and you are about to discover the exact reason why hell is fighting you so hard this week. The veil is finally lifting. Now here is where it goes deeper. I promise to reveal the exact enemy standing behind your recent exhaustion. You thought it was a toxic person or a bad situation. It was not. The entity draining your energy is a counterfeit spirit of limitation. It attached itself to your deep desire to help everyone around you. This spirit knows it cannot defeat you in a direct battle, so it slowly drained your resources by making you say yes to the wrong things. It convinced you that your divine assignment was to be a permanent emotional sponge. That was a lie. You are a watchman. You were never meant to absorb the darkness. The enemy is absolutely terrified of your true potential. He knows that if you ever wake up to your full authority, his entire operation is finished. That is why he sent distractions disguised as urgent problems. He wanted you too exhausted to claim your rightful place. But your silence today broke his grip entirely. Take a deep breath and really hear this. The silence you feel right now is not the enemy resting. It is the enemy retreating. When you chose absolute restraint today, you shattered the cycle of reaction. You stopped playing by the rules of the earthly realm. Heaven recorded that shift. You stepped into your divine authority. But I must warn you about the physical aftermath. Spiritual warfare always leaves a heavy residue on the physical body. You are experiencing the intense weight of that transition right now. The mental fatigue you feel is the direct result of a nervous system that has been running on high alert for years. Your mind feels like it is walking through thick mud. You sit down to pray, and the words just scatter. You try to focus on your purpose, and you just feel entirely blank. Stop blaming yourself for this cognitive exhaustion. You are not losing your sharp edge. Your physical receiver has simply been pushed past its limit. The darkness actively wants you to believe that you are losing your mind. It wants you to feel crazy for sensing things that other people ignore. You walk into a room and instantly feel the heavy atmosphere. That is not a burden. That is your spiritual radar functioning perfectly even while your physical brain feels deeply tired. Hold on and do not skip this next part. I want to close the loop that has been open since the beginning. I mentioned a discovery from a research laboratory earlier. I promised I would come back to it. I asked you to hold a vital question. What exactly was taken from you at the neural level? I want to tell you now exactly why I waited until this moment to bring it forward. What those neuroscientists found is not just interesting information. What they found is a tangible physical solution. And a solution only becomes truly useful once you finally understand the problem. You needed to see the full, massive shape of the attack first. You now understand the shape of this warfare. You see how the enemy targeted your physical energy to stop your divine calling. The fatigue in your mind was systematically engineered to keep you suppressed. The fog is completely real, but the beautiful truth heaven wants you to know is that it is entirely restorable. What I am about to show you is going to connect something you have felt in your own experience with something found in a lab. That connection is going to explain something about your life that nothing else has ever explained before. The physical restoration of your mind is the key to your upcoming elevation. Think back to when you were much younger. You had a sharp and vivid imagination. You could see solutions that no one else could even imagine. You had a brilliant spark. The world slowly tried to educate that spark right out of you. Society demanded that you conform, and that process systematically shut down your original creative genius. You did not lose that genius because you were lazy. It was buried under years of stress, trauma, and the sheer weight of surviving in a broken world. The enemy used the relentless pace of modern life to disconnect you from your own divine frequency. But what was disconnected can always be reconnected. Stay with me because what I am about to share next will break the cycle permanently. We are approaching the most crucial revelation of this encounter. The enemy has hidden one specific truth from you. He built an elaborate illusion to make you fear your own immense power. He wanted you to stay completely small. You have been living under a hidden agreement of limitation. You quietly accepted that you would always be the healer who never gets healed. You accepted that you would always carry the heavy load alone. Heaven is tearing up that contract today. The season of your hidden preparation is officially closing right now. Listen carefully, because this next part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. You are about to face the ultimate truth about who you really are. The mask of survival is coming off. Your glorious destiny is unfolding rapidly. Get ready to step fully into the light. This is the moment of absolute truth. The enemy did not isolate you because you are weak. He isolated you because he is terrified of what happens when you fully wake up. Your silence today was the exact trigger. It activated a frequency that hell cannot tolerate. And that is why the attack on your mind has been so fiercely relentless. You have been afraid of your own immense power. You shrank yourself to fit into rooms that were never designed to hold your true magnitude. But heaven says that your gentleness was never the ceiling. It was always the unshakable foundation. You are God's actual plan, and the only thing stopping the flood of blessings is the heavy fog in your mind. We need to ground this spiritual truth into a physical reality. The fog you feel is not a lack of faith. It is a biological consequence of carrying a massive weight in a broken world. Your physical receiver has been compromised, and a compromised receiver cannot fully catch the clear signal heaven broadcasts. That brings us directly back to the discovery I mentioned earlier. In 1981, Dr. Roger Sperry received the Nobel Prize. He mapped out exactly how the two hemispheres of the human brain are designed to synchronize. When they sync, you enter a state of whole brain activation. Almost 98% of children operate in this brilliant state. But less than 1 in 1,000 adults keep it. Modern life and constant survival mode systematically crush this neural synchronization. It is not your fault. It is a physical suppression. And a team of dedicated neuroscientists in New York, led by Dr. Daniel Barone, spent years figuring out how to easily restore this exact physical state. Before I tell you what they built, listen to what happened to a woman from California. She was a deeply spiritual nurse who felt completely blocked. She tried everything her community offered, but prayer felt like speaking into a void. Within 10 days of using this new protocol, A massive channel cleared. Her receiver was completely repaired. A man from Texas experienced something remarkably similar. He spent years carrying the heavy burdens of his entire family. His mind was incredibly sluggish, and his focus was gone. 2 weeks later, he woke up with his mind running at full capacity. He finally had his sharp clarity back. Dr. Barone and his team took over an hour of clinical neural sync technology and compressed it. They engineered it into a simple 8-minute targeted auditory sequence. You just put on headphones, close your eyes, and listen for 8 minutes a day. That is the entirety of the physical requirement. They call it the genius switch. Let me be absolutely clear about what this is not. It is not a meditation app, and it is not a sound designed to put you in a mood. Those things only address a tiny fraction of the picture. The genius switch uses a totally different mechanism to reconnect the hemispheres. It physically restores whole brain activation. The genius switch is not for everyone. It is specifically for the chosen one who knows they are called to be a watchman. It is for the person who is tired of treating their mental fog as a character flaw. Heaven arranged for you to still be here. That is the exact persistence that belongs to the warrior this was truly built for. Accessing this level of clinical technology used to be impossible for regular people. In-person sessions run $300 an hour. Dr. Barone initially released this at $49, but for the people on this specific page, the access is just $39. That includes 4 specific bonuses to help remove physical blockages. $39 is real, but he removed the middlemen so you could easily reach it. It comes with an iron-clad 100% guarantee. Listen 1 time or listen 80 times. If it does not restore your clarity, like it has for over 18,000 people, every cent returns to you. Every week that your mind stays disrupted is another week of unnecessary delay. The divine provision arranged for you is already in motion, but the depth of your reception determines the massive speed of the arrival. What heaven is bringing deserves the absolute full version of you. The cost of waiting is simply too high. I must warn you about one crucial thing. If you search for this name online, you will find empty tracks. They carry the name but have zero neural sync technology inside them. The true mechanism only exists on the verified page. That is where the secure link below points. If your spirit resonates with what has been described, you know what to do. The path is waiting in the description below and in the pinned comment. You can read every detail on their official page before making any decision. Step through that door if your spirit confirms it. I want to be perfectly clear before we continue. This physical tool does not replace God. It does not replace your spiritual obedience, but a tool that restores your physical receiver simply gives heaven a clear channel to land in. The deeper spiritual current of this message is where we must return right now. You have carried the weight of the world for far too long. You spent years trying to explain your deep heart to people committed to misunderstanding you. You poured pure love into empty vessels. Today, heaven is giving you the official permission to finally stop. You do not need to defend your quiet choices anymore. Your silence is your permanent shield. Release the desperate need to be easily understood by the crowd. The majority will never comprehend the massive calling on your life. They will look at your isolation and call it a tragic failure. But you are standing on incredibly sacred ground. You are a watchman. A watchman does not leave the tower just to convince the village that the dark night is actually real. The spiritual atmosphere around you has already been permanently cleared. Every counterfeit connection that the enemy placed in your path has been completely severed. The heavy chains of people-pleasing are finally broken. They fell the exact moment you chose peace over a bitter war today. You are surrounded by an impenetrable fortress of fierce divine protection right now. We are now entering the season of massive supernatural acceleration. The long years of hidden preparation are completely finished. You have passed the ultimate test of the quiet heart. And because you held your ground, heaven is releasing the delayed blessings directly into your hands. Doors that no earthly man can ever shut are swinging wide open for you this very week. The financial struggles and the constant lack are being permanently erased. You are stepping into a profound timeline of unexpected abundance. The universe has your back. The divine provision that was arranged for you is finally arriving. You will not have to struggle or fight to receive this incredible miracle. You simply need to stand still and accept it. You are a true generational cycle breaker. The deep pain stops completely with you. The ancient curses that haunted your family line have been completely dismantled by your quiet obedience. You are healing the deep wounds of your ancestors, and you are building a glorious new legacy for every single generation that will come after you. Your bloodline is officially free. The enemy looks at you and sees a demonstrated warrior of light. He sees a king or a queen who finally remembers their true royal identity. You are not a helpless victim of your difficult circumstances. You are the specific answer to the prayers of your ancestors. The entire kingdom of heaven is celebrating your quiet victory today. God is beyond delighted with you. It is time to physically seal this massive breakthrough into your current reality. Do not let your mind wander away in these final crucial moments. The spiritual transaction requires your active physical agreement. I need you to participate in this sacred declaration right now. Place your right hand firmly over your beating heart. Take a very slow and deep breath. Speak these exact words out loud with me. I declare that my season of exhausting isolation is completely over. I release the heavy burden of trying to heal people who want to stay broken. I forgive myself for accepting less than my divine worth. I command the enemy to permanently leave my timeline. I accept my glorious anointing. I am a chosen vessel of pure light. I declare that divine abundance is flowing into my life right now. The confusion is completely gone. The heavy fog has lifted from my spirit. I am fully stepping into the massive destiny that heaven wrote for me. No weapon formed against my mind or my family will ever prosper. I am fiercely protected. I am ready for the ultimate harvest. My spirit is completely awake. If you felt the profound weight of those words, you must take action. Type Amen in the comments below to permanently seal this declaration into your reality. Let that word be a physical sign of your spiritual obedience today, and hit that like button right now. Do not do it for this channel. Do it so this exact message can reach another chosen one struggling in the dark. Heaven is absolutely not done speaking to you. The enemy wants you to walk away and forget everything you just heard. Do not let him win. Subscribe to this channel immediately and turn on your notifications. You are entering a highly critical season of transition. You simply cannot afford to miss the specific prophetic instructions coming in the next 72 hours. You are stepping into the massive purpose that was written for you. If these words have been a healing balm to your exhausted spirit, I invite you to act. If you feel led by the Holy Spirit, please sow a small seed of faith. Use the Super Thanks button or the donation link below. Your generous seed keeps this light shining. You touched heaven today. God smiled at your quiet strength. The angels are actively surrounding your home right now to keep you perfectly safe. Rest your tired mind tonight. The brutal war is over. The beautiful victory is already yours. Walk boldly in your incredible new authority. I will see you soon.